All right, hey guys, Brandon here. Welcome to Audio Addiction. Tonight we got a awesome guest with us. We got Griffin from Rain in July. I got it right this time because I messed it up the last time. But if you want to introduce yourself, buddy, just talk about. I guess we'll start off with like the first question. How'd you guys start off?
Hey guys, I'm Griffin, and as he said, I sing for a band called Rain in July. So we started off in. Okay, so this is actually kind of there's actually a pretty long story to how we started
It's
off as a
okay.
band.
You can take as long as you want. We
All
have no
right,
time frame.
all right. So in 2013, I formed in a band with the four guys that are now in Rain in July. So now we're so
Official.
yeah. But I formed in a band, and we were a metal band. We were called After Mayhem.
Cool.
And we were absolutely terrible. We were so bad, and but like yeah, we in the same set we'd like cover All Time Low, and we'd also cover Avenged Sevenfold. So we
That's
couldn't
that.
really decide what we were.
That's crazy.
And then we got a girl to join our band, and then she started dating our guitar player. They break up, the band breaks up.
Oh,
So then we don't do music for like a while, and then I actually start uh, a little acoustic project with with a different person, and that was called Campus Drive. And then we formed a band with three of the same guys from After Mayhem.
okay.
And then this guitarist that I had formed Campus Drive with, he actually left the band. And then what do we do? And then we been the guitarist from After Mayhem. So we're the entire band of After Mayhem, kind of revamped over a year into a pop punk band. So yeah,
That's kind of crazy. I would never expect like All Time Low to be played with like Avenged
yeah.
Sevenfold.
And we like played them back to back in our set. So it was
Oh
just the
man,
stupidest thing we could have done.
that's crazy. That's hilarious though. I've never actually heard that because like usually they're like, oh well, like we completely shift tracks. We just never played like anybody else's music. Like we
Yeah.
kind of made our own music. So that's interesting in and of itself. On top of you playing like All Time Low and Avenged Sevenfold.
Yeah.
But I guess you kind of explain like how'd you go finding out about like all the members. So we'll kind of pass along with that one. But we have an interesting, fun question. What are some of your favorite places in Colorado? Because I know you live in Colorado, so because I haven't been and I'd like to go and that eventually, but
Gotcha.
just some
Um,
spots you like.
Well, I'll do like a musical one and then a non-musical
Okay,
one. So my favorite music place is a place called Seventh Circle Music Collective in Denver,
awesome.
and we played there in March, and we're playing again there in July. And it's this tiny venue, probably like 40, 50 cap,
Okay,
and it's super sick. It's got like graffiti all over the walls, all of
awesome.
this art, and it's pretty much the first. They're super cool to touring bands, so it's like the first place where a lot of touring bands get their start. So we were like walking around the venue, and we'd see like a Real Friends sticker and a
Awesome.
CA sticker, and just like
Oh,
all these bands that had really like broken out in the pop punk scene the last year or so. They played there on their first tour to Colorado. So that's probably my favorite musical place. Let's see. My favorite non-musical place. Uh, I mean, probably the mountains. Like I've
nice.
been
Yeah.
there's a town called Vale, which is up in the mountains, and I've been there. I've been there probably two or three times, and it is super sick, especially in the winter, just when the snow's starting to fall. It's pretty great.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, what I was gonna ask you what you thought on the new Real Friends album. I haven't gotten the chance to really
Oh,
listen to it
I
yet.
I actually really like it.
Okay.
It is probably. I mean, it's probably second to Pierce the Veils for my album of the year so far.
Yeah, I really dug Pierce the Veils.
Yeah, it was
It
really.
was super underrated this year for
Mhm.
some reason. But I mean,
Yeah,
again, it's been hyped up for like a couple years now.
that's
So
true. What has it
so
been since they released an album? Like 4 years or something like that?
Collide with the Sky was like I think 4 years ago. Yeah, because I
Yeah,
bought Collide.
that's
That was the
crazy.
last one that I bought.
Mm,
I have to pick up Misadventures now, but
yeah,
Collide with
yeah.
the
I,
Sky.
I like that album though. Misadventures is a good one.
Yeah, they had some really all of the tracks are real solid. There's maybe like one or two that I didn't really like enjoy too
Yeah,
much, but overall it was an awesome album. But
yeah,
I'll have to check out the Real Friends and Seaway I've already heard about. Ironically
yeah.
enough through Well, like I saw Beartooth like posted a tweet about like them getting like all Seaway
Oh
tattooed.
yeah, the everything is
Yeah,
cool,
yeah,
man thing.
yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
that's rad. So, so I have to go re-listen to that album. But I know they're touring. I don't know if they're on Warp this year, so I have to look.
They're not.
They're
No,
not on
they
Warp.
played last year on Warped. So
I thought
yeah,
I thought I remembered it, but I couldn't remember if it was this year or not last year.
yeah.
But kind of getting into, we were talking about like a little bit about music just now, but what are some of your musical influences? You can kind of name yours because you're here, obviously, but if you want to name for your bands too as well, but you can
All
kind
right.
of.
Personally, I'd probably say like lyrically, I really like Dan Campbell of the Wonder Years.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Soupy.
Nice,
His lyrics
soupy,
are
yeah.
amazing. And so lyrically, I try to base a lot of things off of him. You know, he uses a lot of analogies in his lyrics, and
Oh
it's
yeah,
really good. Let's see, vocally, I really like the Broadside singer
nice, yeah,
vocally.
yeah, yeah. He's awesome.
So yeah, we were just writing a song the other day, and I was listening to Broadside a lot. So I implemented a lot of things into that.
His vocal
Um,
style, yeah.
Overall, just in the way that like I write songs and everything like that, I'd probably say Ryan Key from Yellowcard is my
Yes,
biggest influence
thank you.
overall.
Yes, yeah, I completely agree with that.
Actually, my first like scene concert, if you want to say that, was a Yellowcard, Memphis Mayfire, and Emarosa. I think that was 2 years ago.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah,
That was
it
a,
was.
I saw that and I was like, man, that seems like an interesting lineup. So
Yeah, it was pretty weird, but I liked all the bands, so it was
yeah.
fun. But yeah.
So do you like metalcore? I mean, you talked about earlier you listen to metal, so like are you more of a, would you consider yourself more of a pop punk fan or would you consider yourself more of a metalcore fan?
I'm
Or
probably
a little
more of a
middle?
Yeah, I'm probably more on the pop punk side. I
Okay.
really dig post hardcore. I've kind of strayed away from metal, like
Yeah.
traditional metalcore a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm probably more like pop punk, post hardcore are my two favorite
Awesome.
genres to listen to.
Awesome, awesome. So, like I said, you're from Colorado. So, what are some like positive and negatives that you have like towards your scene per se?
Um, I'd say there's some positives. Really, there's some great bands
Yeah.
that are really in the scene right now. Like just to name a few, there's Shatterproof, Tonight We Rise, Almost Main. So there's just like pop punk and post hardcore bands in Colorado. There's some great bands, and
Awesome.
some really good promoters that work really hard to get them on some really good bills.
Awesome.
Uh, the only problem, I'd say that a negative of being a band in Colorado is that like you're right in the middle of the United States. So like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, there's some pretty much every big tour comes through Colorado, but if you're actually starting a tour from Colorado, you have no idea where you're going. Like if you're in like if you're in California, you're obviously
You
going
could just,
east, you
yeah,
know. But yeah.
exactly. Yeah, I've always wondered that because like someone like Midwest bands, I'm just like,
Mhm.
how do they tour? Because like, do they just start
Yeah.
from their hometown and like make their way
Mhm.
out or whatever? I mean, that's
Yeah.
cool though, because like now you have more of an appreciation for
Yeah,
like
that's true.
Midwest, because like there's a
Yeah.
lot of East Coast bands. Like I know like the Wonder Years, they always try to hit the East Coast because they're from Philly, and we're like 45 minutes away from Philly, and I think all of us like the Wonder Years and like an Audio Addiction, so like it's cool to have them like close, but I mean I know they like when they try to tour they definitely try to hit the East Coast, so I wasn't sure like, but that's interesting how you mentioned, yeah, how they go out. Like I guess you would just go just in you could go in any
Yeah.
direction pretty much,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, so it's like a, it's positive and it's negative, I
yeah.
guess, but yeah.
But do like a lot of tours like roll through your area, or is it kind of tough?
Yeah, no, I'd probably say that a fair amount roll through because there's some pretty good venues in Denver. I'm from Boulder, which is about a half an hour away from Denver.
That's not too
So
bad.
no, it's not. So I go down to Denver for concerts probably like once a week or
Once,
something
yeah,
like that.
that's
Yeah.
awesome.
So yeah, it's a
um
good.
So if you could pick, I guess if you specifically or your band could pick a song that you would like to cover, what would it be?
We were actually talking about this in
Oh,
band
really?
practice the
Awesome.
other day. I think that "Hello" by Adele would be a lot of fun, just because I love the way that she sings that song. But that's been done a lot,
Yeah, it has been.
recently.
That is true.
I really like "Say Something." That'd be a
Yeah,
really fun song to cover.
yeah, I like that one too.
So yeah.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. You'll have to let me know if you wind up doing that or not. 'Cause that'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
I'll do that. Yeah.
So getting back to Colorado a little bit, what is your favorite food from Colorado? I know that's a tough one because like
Colorado doesn't really have any,
I know they don't
like
have a specific food.
foods.
I guess more generally, what is your favorite food to eat? How
What is
about
my
that?
favorite food? I mean, probably cheeseburger. Like
Nice.
if we're
If
just
we're
being
being
real.
honest, yeah.
Yeah, there's some good burger joints out here.
Nice, nice.
So yeah.
So you probably say cheeseburger, awesome. I thought
Yeah,
you would say something like pop punk, like pizza or
like
something.
pizza.
You gotta kind of like go along with the thing.
Oh yeah, yeah. I gotta go along. My favorite food is pepperoni pizza.
Pepperoni pizza. So I guess I know you're kind of I guess you just graduated from high school. Am I correct?
Yep.
So what do you do as like a part-time job? Obviously, you do this band, but like, what do you do? Like, just
I work as a swim coach
Okay.
for a youth swimming team here, and then I also work at a physical therapy place in
nice.
downtown Boulder. So yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
If you could have a dream job besides music,
Besides being a musician,
what would it be? I know that one's always
that's a tough
that's
one.
always a tough one for a lot of people.
Well, I mean, probably an English teacher.
English teacher? Why
Yeah.
an English teacher?
I love English. I've always like loved English throughout high school. I'm going to college to study English education.
Oh, nice.
Well, that's the path that I'm on right now. So
That's cool. That's
yeah.
cool. My sister's doing like special ed, so she
Oh,
wants to
that's
do
cool.
education too. So that's
Sweet.
cool. That's awesome. If you could play any other instrument, obviously you sing. So if you could play any other instrument, what would it be and why?
I'd love to play guitar because
Yeah.
I've tried to play it before and I'm really, really bad. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, it'd be really fun to play guitar, but I don't really know that if I could play like guitar in a band without singing,
I
because
mean, there's a lot
really,
of
really
there's
to
like a
sing.
lot of bands that do like guitar and singing. Like Ryan,
Yeah.
like you mentioned, Ryan
Yeah.
Key is like probably one of the most prominent ones that I know of that
Yeah.
does both guitar
All Time
and singing.
Low,
All Time
yeah.
Low also does that as well. Yeah. I can speak from experience. Like guitar was tough because I'll kind of go on a tangent a little bit about myself, but I got like a guitar thing for Christmas, like one of those like, starter kit kind of things for my parents. And they were like, well, maybe you should just try it out. And I was like, I'm not really feeling, like guitar or anything. And like a year later, I picked it up and I haven't stopped since. So, and I've been playing for,
Nice.
I think like 10 years now. So,
Oh wow,
yeah.
cool.
So I definitely know what you mean. Like initially I was not excited about it because
Yeah.
it's like everybody plays guitar, like there's nothing
Mhm.
really special about it, but I mean it's a lot of fun, dude. So I recommend at least being somebody who's been playing for quite a long time now. I
All right.
recommend picking it up. So if you have any issues, you can let me know. I could try
All
to
right.
help you out.
Yeah, I've been like taking lessons for a couple months now, and yeah, it's just hard like to get the basis, but I feel like once the base is there, everything. Now I wouldn't say like gets easier, but everything gets more manageable, I guess.
I also think like and for me especially, like, because I didn't I didn't do like a lot of traditional like lessons initially. Like one of my dad's workers, like he played guitar, but he learned a lot of his stuff by ear. So like
Okay.
all of my stuff was just like him like teaching me how to do stuff, how to learn things by ear and stuff like that.
Oh,
So I
that's
feel
cool.
like you gotta be like more creative. Like for example, like I am not good at theory or any of that stuff. Like I know a little bit of it, but I feel like you gotta kind of have fun with it. You can't, especially like with any instrument. I mean, there is some, like if you want to learn how to do the rules and stuff, then that's cool by you. But I feel like the best stuff comes out when you're just messing around and stuff like that.
All right.
But good luck, Griffin. Hopefully you stick with it because it's fun. It's a lot of fun. I can
Cool.
tell you from experience that I enjoy it. But
All right. Thank you for that.
for the next question, I'm a bit of a nerd, and
All right.
I've said this on a few episodes, but or interviews per se. But My favorite video game is Pokemon. So my next question is, if you could be a Pokemon, what would it be? I've had some
Hmm.
interesting ones already, so I'm curious to hear what people have to say.
All right. Well, um, that's a hard one.
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah.
Probably Squirtle.
Nice, nice.
Yeah,
Classic.
he's just, it's kind of like my band, just starting out, and it's water, rain in July.
Ooh,
Oh
ooh,
yeah,
messages.
yeah, probably Squirtle.
Awesome. That was actually a good one though. I
Cool.
wasn't thinking about it like that, like metaphorically, but now I'm getting it. So that
Yeah.
was a
Well,
good one.
actually, I I'm not that familiar with Pokemon, so I was just
Oh,
kind of like,
trying to
like
think of a
yeah,
name.
I was just like trying to think of all the I know like six Pokemon or something like that. So yeah,
But all right, and then so this one's getting more back to your band. What's your most memorable moment? I know you haven't been around for too long, but
yeah.
just most memorable moment with the band, I guess.
Can I pick two?
Yeah, sure. However many
Cool.
you want. Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's see. In December, we'd only been a band for like 2 months, and we opened for Alien Ant Farm.
Oh wow,
Yeah, and it was like one of the bigger venues in Denver, and it was
that's
just
awesome.
because I was just because I knew the booking agent, and a band pulled off the bill
Oh,
like
that's
3 days
awesome.
before, and so we ended up opening for Alien Ant Farm. Like the crowd was just massive, and it was super.
That's sick.
And then the other one is it's probably a couple, just like a week and a half ago. I booked a show at this like small little art gallery, and it was called the Downspace Senior Showcase. And
Okay,
we were headlining, and we completely sold the show out,
that's
and
awesome.
so that was super cool. It
Congrats.
was the day after pretty much the entire band minus one person graduated,
That's
and
cool
so
too.
yeah, it was a really cool show.
Yeah, congratulations. That's
Thank you.
awesome. That's quite
Yeah,
an
it was a
accomplishment.
really good time.
Um, Getting back to kind of band things. In your opinion, who puts on the best show and slash your favorite show? It doesn't have to. They don't have to be one and the same, but you know,
Like a band.
yes,
Let's
like
see.
concert. Yeah,
Hmm.
that one's a tough one too.
Yeah, this is a tough one.
I've had a lot of people stumped on this one.
Yeah. All right. Best show I've ever seen.
Okay.
Or okay. Can you wait? So what were the two?
So it was best. Who puts on the best show,
Mm-hmm.
and what was your favorite show you've been to?
Okay. Best show was probably All Time Low. They
Okay.
had I saw them in, I guess it was like 6 months ago
Yeah, it
now.
wasn't too
But
long ago. Yeah, I
yeah.
saw them come around not too
Mhm.
long ago.
Yeah, they were it was not the most recent tour with Sleeping with Sirens, but it was the one before that. They
Okay.
were with Issues, Tonight Alive, and State Champs.
I saw
So
that one.
yeah, cool. And yeah, they put together a really cool headlining set with just like a lot of theatrics and everything like that.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that was a really cool show. And then my favorite show ever actually is completely it's not pop punk or anything that I usually listen to, but I really like the band. I saw Counting Crows
Nice.
at a venue called Red Rocks in Denver, which is hands down like it is the coolest. It's the coolest venue I've ever been to, and
Awesome.
yeah, it's amazing.
I'll
So
I'll have to check it out if I ever go there. Maybe they'll have
yeah.
a show there or something like that. Are you going to? I know you talked about All Time Low.
Mhm.
Are you going to that Blink 182 headliner with like a day to remember?
Yeah, I think that I am. Actually, All Time Low isn't playing the Denver date,
Oh yeah,
but
I
yeah,
think All American Rejects, which
yeah. But
of
I'm
course
actually, but
they're
I'm
great.
actually totally stoked to see All American Rejects. They're a super cool
Yeah,
band.
they've been around for a long time. I
Yeah,
actually wanted to see the opposite. I wanted to see All American Rejects
and you
instead of
got All Time.
and I got All Time Low, which isn't bad
Gotcha.
either because they're a
Yeah,
great band too. But I have more nostalgia with All
yeah.
American Rejects for sure.
Well, I've seen All Time Low before, and I haven't seen All American Rejects, so so I'm totally okay with it being All American Rejects
I
going.
also haven't seen Blink yet either, so I have to see Blink
Yeah, I haven't
182.
either.
But that's awesome. Um, I guess going along with the best show and your favorite show that you've seen, what would be your dream tour?
I've actually been asked this quite a few
Have
times.
you? Yeah. Okay.
And it's
It's
always
always
not the
different.
easiest one. All right, so let's see. Um, a dream tour. So I'd have it before bands, and then
Okay.
Paramore's headlining, and
Nice.
then Newfound Glory, Yellow
Yes.
Card, and we're opening.
That's sick. I like
Yeah,
that. I
that'd
actually
be
like
that'd
that.
be
That would
pretty.
be a sick
That'd be super
lineup.
dope.
I hadn't seen Paramore, but last year my friend he goes to this local college at TCNJ, and
Hmm.
they played a headliner at the college, and they also had the Wonder Years opening. So it was the
Oh my
Wonder Years and
goodness,
Paramore.
that's
Yeah, it
amazing.
was it was an amazing time because we were pretty close to the front. So like, it was cool to see them, and man, Haley slays, man. It's disgusting how
Yeah,
good she is.
I think that she's hands down one of the best vocalists in the
Oh,
genre.
oh yes, definitely. I can't agree with you more on that because she's such a powerhouse. It's
Yeah.
so good. She's so good, but I don't know if there's. I hope they tour around here again because I'd love to see them again for
Hmm.
sure. I've seen Yellow Card a few times. Newfound Glory I've seen maybe once or twice,
Hmm.
and they're good. And then we haven't seen your band yet, so
No. Yeah.
hopefully you come around to the Philly, New Jersey area so we can come
Yeah.
see you guys, because that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be a
Um,
lot of fun.
all right, so the next question I got for you is this is kind of like a shout out to like either your friends' bands or whatever, or local bands that you
Mhm.
enjoy. So, if you could name some like killer bands out of Colorado that you would like to
Um,
kind of
all right,
shout out.
so I'd like to give a shout out to Tonight We Rise.
Okay.
I've seen them 5 times now. Wow. And we're actually playing with them in July, and I'm
Awesome.
super stoked for that show. Also, a band called Head Injuries they're from Denver as well. I saw them for the first time with Seaway and Hit the Lights
Oh
on
yeah,
this
yeah,
last tour,
yeah.
and yeah, they totally slayed live. And then probably a band called Almost Maine. They're a pop punk band from around here. They've got some they have this song called Pillow Talk, which is one of the
Yeah.
catchiest songs that I have ever heard.
Is
So yeah.
would you say I guess pop punk like you said is pretty huge there. Would you say it's like one of the biggest would you say it's probably big to Denver like area kind of?
I'd say that pop punk and actually I'd say that probably like the two biggest are like pop punk and then like just really, really heavy metal. Like
Really? Okay, I would not
yeah,
expect this. I wouldn't expect the second one. I
yeah.
definitely expect the pop punk, but I
Mhm.
wouldn't expect like what are you talking about like real heavy like
Like real heavy. Like I haven't been to one of these shows, but I've seen like thousands of show
flyers.
announcements and that kind of stuff. So yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I
Interesting.
mean, and then there's also like hip hop and jam bands just because it's Colorado and
Yeah, I know
so
what you
yeah.
mean. um, so this one's also I think I have a few fun questions for you to round it
All
out.
right. Sounds like a
Um,
plan.
favorite TV show and favorite movie.
Favorite TV show is definitely How I Met Your Mother.
Night.
That
Okay,
is
thank you,
absolutely
thank you.
amazing.
Is it?
Favorite movie, that's a hard one.
Yeah. You don't have to name one. You can name a few if you want.
All right.
That makes it easier.
Finding Nemo,
Nice.
and 21 Jump Street.
21 Jump Street. Yeah, that was a good
Yeah.
one. I don't know how I feel about that How I Met Your Mother ending. I don't know if you watched it,
Oh
but
man, that was wow.
that that
That
that
was
might be
brutal.
that might be for another time.
Yeah.
But oh, that makes me so aggravated whenever like I'm like glad that you mentioned it, but I'm also mad because now I'm thinking
Yeah.
about the ending.
'Cause then
So.
I think yeah. Yeah, it was a brutal ending.
Oh man, so bad. But anyway, favorite video game.
Probably NBA 2K.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So are you
All right.
big? So are you a big Nuggets fan? I would assume.
Kind of. I like college more than
Oh, college, yeah.
pro basketball, but I like NBA video games more. Just yeah.
Awesome. And the last question that I have is, favorite thing about Colorado.
Favorite thing about Colorado is probably the music. You know, I wouldn't. I really like the scene here, and I really like a lot of the bands that play, and I go to a lot of local shows. So yeah, I'd probably say my favorite thing about Colorado is the music.
Awesome, awesome. And then just to round it out, if you'd like to talk about your band a little bit, of course, because this is an interview about your band. Any like tours, new music, events, etc. Like anything that's coming up.
All right, so for anybody in the Denver area, we're playing at Seventh Circle Music Collective on July 30th. That's pretty much going to be our biggest show to date outside of the Alien Ant Farm show.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so if anybody's in the Colorado area, make sure to check that show out. And then we're planning on going into the studio later this summer. We released a demo recently, which was called Farewell, My Dear. And we're going into the studio to record a 4-song EP later this summer once we have the thing completely written. And no tours yet, but hopefully sometime next summer.
That's awesome, awesome.
So yeah.
And so for the new music, do you know? Are you doing it like self recorded? Or are you going to somebody else to record it?
So we tried the self-recorded, and that was the demo, and we weren't a huge fan of how that sounded. So yeah, we're gonna save some money and go into an actual studio.
I know you don't want to reveal who it is, because then that's kind of ruins the mystery.
We're actually not sure who it is.
Oh,
that
really?
we're going
Okay.
into. Yeah. We want to make sure that we want to be 100% written before we decide where we're recording. So yeah.
That's a smart
Mhm.
move, I think. But but thank you, Griffin, for doing an interview with us. We really appreciate it. Make sure you check out Rain in July. I'll make sure to leave all their stuff. And you guys have a YouTube page, correct? If I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, I think we do.
Okay, so I'll make sure to leave a little link somewhere, so you can check those guys out. Make sure you subscribe to them if you like pop punk. Definitely like Seaway. I'm sure any bands that you, I guess, Seaway, right? Who do you sound familiar to? I'm just trying to...
I'd probably say that we sound the most like Newfound Glory, Seaway, and Rome.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I'll make sure to leave that in, and make sure you follow them on all of their social media and stuff, and make sure you follow us and give us a subscribe, maybe a thumbs up. That'd be greatly appreciated. And my thanks to Griffin for letting us do an interview with him. Super nice guy. And just make sure you check out Rain in July. I will make sure to leave a link for their demo that they posted, so you guys can give it a listen, and let us know what you think in the comments. So, Griffin, thanks again.
Cool, man.
Much
Thanks so
love,
much
my
for having
friend.
me on.
No problem. And make sure you check back with us, and we'll see you next time. All right. See you later, guys.